I don't ever want to go back to Atlanta.
I went to Office Depot and I printed off my the form that I needed to fill out for the passport. I printed that out. I printed out my itinerary and I printed out my appointment in Atlanta, the confirmation page, because I needed that. So I printed all 3 of those. And I went and got my birth certificate. And so I was getting kind of nervous about like printing off my own photo and like what size and all that stuff. So I ended up making an appointment at the post office in the morning to just go ahead and let them take my picture. It's only $15, so I figure I'd go ahead and do that, and that way I don't have to worry about that. And that is pretty much everything that I need. But anyway, so it is 6:41 to be exact, and I'm waiting on my client to get here.
Nobody want nothing to do with your
Sad. Thank you so much.
Showdown. Me and her was watching Tubi movies. There was actually some really good movies. But you know, they all, like on Tubi, they always have weird plot twists, like crazy. I'm so sleepy. I'm about to get in the shower. Yeah, so I took my little passport pictures this morning, and yeah, it looked a lot better than what mine would have been, so I don't think they would have took mine. So I did that this morning, and now I am back home where I live at. I just drove an hour back home because I am taking my kids to therapy, and me and their dad are gonna hang out for a little bit, probably grab something to eat because I'm starving. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like a terrible angle, but oh, I don't want to take it out of here because she got it sealed up. I don't know. Let me see. Let me see. Hey y'all, so it is Thursday. I literally leave for my trip in 2 days. Sunday I leave for my trip. So I did go to Atlanta and get my passport. I had everything I needed. That was okay. I'm gonna have to sit y'all down because I have a story. So boom, so I went to Atlanta on Tuesday. So my appointment was at 8 a.m. Atlanta is a 4-hour drive, a little over 4-hour drive. Me and my mom woke up about 2:30 a.m. and we got on the road about 3 o'clock. So we driving, we get 3 hours in and we hit traffic, like nonstop traffic. Bumper to bumper traffic, and it's like 5-6 lanes, a 5 or 6 lane highway. And as soon as we get into traffic, my car starts cutting off. And like I would crank it back up, put my flashers on, and I was just trying to, because I was like in like the middle lane. So I'm trying to move over, so I cut my car on or whatever, and I put my signal on, trying to move over. There's people coming onto the highway, and it was crazy. So at this point, I'm like, oh my God, if I don't do something, I'm gonna be late to my appointment. So I downloaded the Lyft app and I got a Lyft, and luckily he was close by. Like he was just right off the exit basically, but it still took him like 10 minutes to get to us. So I was able to get pulled over to the side or whatever. I put my flashers on or whatever. I was chatting with the driver, letting him know, you know, where I was. I had my flashers on, what car, you know, everything. So it took about 10 minutes for him to get to me and my mom. So then we get in the car with him. Literally was just the hour and like 10 minutes out, but he still ended up taking us
about an hour and 30, 40 minutes to get to the place because traffic was so bad. And so I get inside and give them all my paperwork, go through the steps, whatever, and get my receipt, and I'm told to come back at 2:30 that my passport will be ready at 2:30. So I'm like, okay, cool. And there was this like little like underground mini mall that had like restaurants and like different little shops in it, CVS, whatever inside of it. And my mom was actually sitting in there waiting on me. So I go in there with her, and like she's sitting there eating Chick-fil-A, and I did not have an appetite because I was just so like, oh my God, now what are we gonna do? Because by this time it was only like 9 something in the morning, and we was trying to just figure out like, okay, what the heck are we gonna do? So we're calling rental companies or whatever, and they're like, okay, you gotta have this, you gotta have that. You can't live no more than 50 miles within the location of the branch or whatever. Like if you use a debit card or whatever. And not gonna lie, our credit cards are maxed out, so we couldn't use our credit card. But we had money, we just couldn't. There were so many stipulations to using a debit card if we use like our bank card instead of a credit card. Luckily, we got a few cousins that live in Atlanta, so we got in touch with one of my cousins, and she actually has a mechanic down there that don't live too far from her or whatever. So we decided that's where my car was gonna go. We was gonna get it towed there, and so we ended up coming up with the idea. She was like, okay, I'll go ahead and get the rental car for y'all. And of course, I just give her the money or whatever for the rental car. So we live to her house. Her house is still like 30 some minutes from where we were. So we live to her house. And we sit there, with her for about 30 minutes or whatever, just trying to just woosah because it had already been crazy. So then we go to the rental car place, we get the rental car, and then we're like, okay, by this time it's like 11 something. GPS, like some stores and stuff that's close by, because we like might as well do a little bit of shopping because we still got to be there till 2:30. It didn't matter, us having a car because we still had to wait for our passport to be done. So while we shopping around and stuff, my mama's calling AAA. She called the first time. The people went out there. They said my car wasn't there. And we're like, okay, y'all can't be at the right place because my car is out there. And so it was like maybe the police had it towed, or another company or whatever towed it, or somebody stole it. And I'm like, well, why would somebody steal my car? Because it was a million cars on the side of the highway. I'm like, why would my car be stolen? That's what didn't make sense. So he didn't see it. So then I'm like, okay. I ended up remembering where a sign that was by where we stopped, and it was by Santa Fe Mall. So I'm like, okay, call back and tell them to send somebody out to Santa Fe Mall, right there, but the highway right beside Santa Fe Mall, because that's where my car is, and stuff like that. So she had another one go out there or whatever. And he said he went to the road, and he said he went off the highway, and my car was not there. So then I started calling the police departments, calling the police stations. I started calling tow places. Everybody's saying they don't have my car. So I'm like, my car gotta be out there. So we ended up leaving the stores or whatever and going back to get my passport. There was a long ass line outside the passport place because I guess everybody had to come back at 2:30. Go inside, get my passport or whatever. I'm maybe in there, maybe 30 minutes, if that, probably not even that. So we call the people again a third time and tell them my car's sitting there. Y'all gotta go pick it up. So they had another person en route to my car. So we're going up the highway in a rental car or whatever. And the exit that I'm thinking my car is off of, I get off that exit, go back around, go down or whatever to see if my car was there. It wasn't there. So we called two people like, wait a minute, her car ain't there. It's not there. So the lady stopped the tow from coming there. Then we like, wait a minute, let's go up another exit. So we get turned around, hit the highway, get back in traffic, get up to that next exit. Get off that exit, go down, my car is right there. So we had to call the tow people a fourth time. And then this fourth time, we actually talked to another lady, and she said that the reason why the first two tow people didn't see my car, because they was in South Carolina. They weren't even in Georgia looking for my car. They was looking for my car in South Carolina instead of Georgia. That's why they didn't find my car. So we get to my car, we get a fourth tow guy coming out there, and we had to wait on him for an hour. So we're sitting there behind my car, flashes on, wait for him to come for an hour. When I tell y'all, we was over it. Like, it was such a long day. We didn't leave Georgia till like 5 something. Like literally get out of Georgia because we still was stuck in traffic trying to get out. So we literally didn't really get out until like 5. It was crazy. We was over it. And that made me never want to go to Atlanta again. Like, and I went to Atlanta like 3-4 years ago. I took my husband there for his birthday or whatever. And we, hiked Stone Mountain. It was a cute little trip, but I don't remember traffic being like that. When we went then, traffic was not like that. Like, we didn't hit no traffic going in. That's why when people talk about Atlanta traffic, I'm like, when I went, we wasn't in no traffic. Like, Atlanta was cool. I don't ever want to go back to Atlanta. At least not no time soon. And if I do, I'm flying in. I don't give a damn how much the ticket. I'm not being in that traffic. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, and I didn't think that early in the morning that it would be traffic like that. But it was. Like, oh my God. So that was my trip. Got my passport. And now I can breathe. Like, I wanted to cry so bad that day. Like, I just wanted to just cry. Like, and it may not, like, looking back, it don't seem like a lot, but at the time, like, it was a lot. Like, it was a lot going on. It was just a lot. Especially when you stuck 4 hours away from home and you don't know how you're going to get back home. And we was looking at the cost of a Lyft going back home, and it was going to run us like $300 some. We was like, man, come on. Like, ugh. But anyway, we got through that day. My car is still in Atlanta. It's at the mechanic my cousin uses or whatever. They're working on my car. So I guess whenever they let me know it's ready, I'll go pick it up. Probably won't be till after my trip because honestly, I don't even want to think about it. I just want to go on my trip, woosah, have some peace, come back, then I deal with that. I don't even want to do it. So I am back at home. I dyed my hair. Don't excuse my shower. I made a mess in there dyeing my hair, but I dyed my hair and I blew my hair out because I'm going to be doing like faux boho locks or whatever for the trip, but I'm going to do them like the length of my hair. Like, I'm not adding any like extra like soft like hair to it. I'm going to be doing it at the length of my hair. And don't mind my nails. My hands look terrible. Oh my God, my hands look bad from the dye. I'm supposed to get my nails done in a couple of days. So, yeah. I'm going to be using some hair I ordered off of Amazon. This hair. And what I'm going to do is braid my hair down. And I'm going to add in the curly pieces. Like, just add in the curly pieces or whatever as I do like individual braids on my hair. And then I'm going to go in with this hair and I'm going to wrap it around my hair. And I'm going to leave some of the curly hair past the ends of my hair. And I'm going to let the ends be like curly or whatever with the human hair. So that my sister's supposed to help me do it. But she's not feeling good. So I might just attempt it myself. So y'all, this is how far we've gotten, and I'm honestly thinking about like wearing my hair like not like this, but when it's finished, and just wearing like my braids with the human hair curly pieces coming out of it, because I don't know, I kind of like how it looks. I kind of like the natural look of it. But yeah, like, see? It's like a natural knotless look without the added braiding hair.
Bye.